she may have given up by now. All right, we're being live streamed. This is now the third piece of the third part of Henry VI, and we haven't even gotten halfway through it yet. So
Oh, God.
It's the first part of Henry VI. No, the third part of the third part. Sorry.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yes, it
so
is.
we're going to take it from the top, near the top of page 67, from Sinclair's line, which leads into the king's line. No, for we were subjects, but while you were king.
Why? Am I dead? Do I not breath a man? Ah, simple man, you know not what you swear. Look, as I blow this feather from my face, and as the air blows it to me again, obeying with my wind when I do blow, and yielding to another when it blows, commanding always by the greater gust. Such is the lightness of you, common men. But do not break your oaths, for of that sin my mild entreaty shall not make you guilty. Go where you will, the king shall be commanded, and be your king's command, and I'll obey.
We are true subjects to the king, King Edward.
So would you be again to Henry if he were seated as King Edward is.
We charge you in God's name and the king's to go with us unto the officers.
In God's name lead, your king's name be obeyed, and what God will, that let your king perform, and what he will, I humbly yield unto.
And the exit. Act 3, Scene 2. Enter King Edward, Gloucester, Clarence, and Lady Grey.
Brother of Gloucester, at St. Albans Field, this lady's husband, Sir Richard Grey, was slain, his land then seized on by the Conqueror. Her suit is now to repossess those lands, which we in justice cannot well deny, because in quarrel of the House of York the worthy gentleman did lose his life.
God, who's that? Richard?
Sorry, I
Kevin,
forgot.
that's you.
Yes, I was blocked.
Just carry
Your
on.
Highness shall do well to grant her suit. It were dishonor to deny it.
It were no less, but yet I'll make a pause.
Yea, it is so. I see the lady hath a thing to grant, before the king will grant her humble suit.
He knows the game, how true he keeps the wind.
Silence.
Widow, we will consider of your suit, and come some other time to know our mind.
Page
69.
Right gracious lord, I cannot brook delay. May it please your highness to resolve me now, and what your pleasure is shall satisfy me.
Aye, widow? Then I'll warrant you all your lands, and if it please him, shall please you. Till pleasure you, fight closer, or good faith you'll catch a blow.
I fear her not unless she chance to fall.
God forbid that, for he'll take vantages.
How many children hast thou, widow, tell me?
I think he means to beg a
Most
child.
gracious lord.
What? I think he means to beg a child of her.
Nay, then whip me. He'll rather give her 2.
Who's the widow?
Me.
Okay. What's your line?
3, my most gracious lord.
You shall have 4 if you'll be ruled by him.
'Twere pity they should lose their father's lands.
Eleanor.
Be pitiful, dread lord, and grant it then.
Lords, give us leave, I'll try this widow's wit.
I good leave have you, for you have leave till youth take leave, and leave you to the crutch.
Now tell me, madam, do you love your children?
I, full as dearly as I love myself.
And would you not do much to do them good?
To do them good, I would sustain some harm.
Then get your husband's lands to do them good.
Therefore I came unto your majesty.
I'll tell you how these lands are to be got.
So shall you bind me to your highness' service.
What service wilt thou do me if I give them?
What you command that rests in me to do.
But you will take exceptions to my boon.
No, gracious lord, except I cannot do it.
Aye, but thou canst do what I mean to ask.
Why, then I will do what your grace commands.
He plies her hard, and much rain wears the marble.
As red as fire, nay, then her wax must melt.
Why stops, my lord? Shall I not hear my task?
An easy task 'tis but to love a king.
That's soon performed, because I am a subject.
Why then thy husband's lands I freely give thee.
I take my leave with many thousand thanks.
A match is made, she seals it with a kersey.
But stay thee, 'tis the fruits of love I mean.
The fruits of love I mean, my loving liege.
Aye, but I fear me in another sense. What love think'st thou I sue so much to get?
My love till death, my humble thanks, my prayers, that love which virtue begs and virtue grants.
No, by my troth, I did not mean such love.
Why, then you mean not as I thought you did.
But now you partly may perceive my mind.
My mind will never grant what I perceive your highness aims at, if I aim aright.
To tell thee plain, I aim to lie with thee.
To tell thee plain, I had rather lie in prison.
Why then thou shalt not have thy husband's lands?
Why, then mine honesty shall be my dower, for by that loss I will not purchase them.
Therein thou wrongest thy children mightily.
Herein your highness wrongs both them and me. But, mighty lord, this merry inclination accords not with the sadness of my suit. Please you dismiss me either with aye or no.
Aye, if thou wilt say aye to my request. No, if thou dost say no to my demand.
Then no, my lord, my suit is at an end.
The widow likes him not. She knits her brows.
He is the bluntest wooer in Christendom.
Her looks doth argue her replete with modesty. Her words doth show her wit incomparable. All her perfections challenge sovereignty. One way or other she is for a king, and she shall be my love or else my queen. Say that King Edward take thee for his queen.
'Tis better said than done, my gracious lord. I am a subject fit to jest withal, but far unfit to be a sovereign.
Sweet widow, by my state I swear to thee, I speak no more than what my soul intends, and that is to enjoy thee for my love.
And that is more than I will yield unto. I know I am too mean to be your queen, and yet too good to be your concubine.
You cavil, widow, I did mean my queen.
'Twill grieve your grace my son should call you father.
No more than when my daughters call thee mother. Thou art a widow, and thou hast some children, and by God's mother, I being but a bachelor, have other some. Why, 'tis a happy thing to be the father unto many sons. Answer no more, for thou shalt be my queen.
The ghostly father now hath done his shrift.
When he was made a shriver, 'twas for shift.
Brothers, you muse what chat we two have. we two have had.
The widow likes it not, for she looks very sad.
You'd think it's
You
strange if I
think it's
should.
yeah. You
Sorry.
think it's strange if I should marry her?
To who, my lord?
Why, Clarence, to myself.
That would be 10 days' wonder at least.
That's a day longer than a wonder lasts.
By so much as the wonder in extremes.
Well, just on, brothers, I can tell you both her suit is granted for her husband's lands.
Enter a nobleman. My gracious lord, Henry, your foe is ta'en, and brought your prisoner to your palace gate.
See that he be conveyed unto the tower, and go we, brothers, to the man that took him to question of his apprehension. Widow, go you along. Lords, use her honorable.
And he exits, leaving only Richard.
I, Edward, will use women honorably. Would he were wasted, marrow, bones, and all, that from his loins no hopeful branch may spring, to cross me from the golden time I look for. And yet between my soul's desire and me, the lustful Edward's title buried, is Clarence Henry and his son, young Edward, and all the unlooked-for issue of their bodies. To take their rooms ere I can place myself, a cold premeditation for my purpose. Why, then I do but dream on sovereignty, like one that stands upon a promontory and spies the far-off shore where he would tread, wishing his foot were equal to his eye, and chides the sea that sunders him from thence, saying he'll laid it dry to have his way. So do I wish the crown, being so far off, and so I chide the means that keeps me from it, and so I say, I'll cut the causes off, flattering me with impossibilities. My eyes too quick, my heart o'erweens too much, unless my hand and strength could equal them. Well, there is no kingdom then for Richard. What other pleasure can the world afford? I'll make my heaven in a lady's lap, and bedeck my body in gay ornaments, add which sweet ladies with my words and looks. Oh, miserable thought, and more unlikely than to accomplish 20 golden crowns. Why, love forswear me in my mother's womb, and for I shall not deal in her soft laws. She did corrupt frail nature with some bribe, to shrink mine arm up like a withered shrub, to make me envious mountain on my back. There sits deformity to remark my body, to shape my legs of unequal size, to disproportion me in every part, like the chaos or an unlicked bare whelp that carries no impression like the dame. And am I then a man to be beloved? Oh, monstrous fault, to harbor such a thought. Then, since this earth affords no joy to me, but to command, to check, and to o'erbear such as are of better person than myself, I'll make my heaven to dream upon the crown, and whilst I live to account this world but hell, till my misshaped trunk that bears this head be round impaled with a glorious crown. And yet I know not how to get the crown, but many lives stand me between me and home. And I, like one lost in a thorny wood that rents thorns and is rent by the thorns, seeking a way and straying from the way, not knowing how to find the open air, but toying desperately to find out, torment myself to catch the English crown. And from that torment I will free myself, or hew my way out with a bloody axe. Why, I can smile and murder while I smile, and cry content to that which grieves my heart, and wet my cheeks with artificial tears, and frame my face to all occasions. I'll drown more slayers than a mermaid shall. I'll slay more gazers than the basilisk, and I'll play the orator as well as Nestor, deceive more slyly than Ulysses could, and like a Sinon take another Troy. I could add colors to the chameleon, take shapes from Proteus for advantages, and set the murderous Machiavel to school. Can I do this and cannot get a crown? Tut, we're further off. I'll pluck it down.
Recording in progress.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
We're at scene 3. Fair Queen of England, worthy Margaret, sit down with us. It ill befits thy state and birth that thou shouldst stand while Louis doth sit.
No, mighty King of France. Now Margaret must strike her sail and learn a while to serve where kings command. I was, I must confess, great Albion's queen in former golden days, but now mischance hath trod my title down, and with dishonor laid me on the ground, where I must take like seat unto my fortune, and to my humble seat conform myself.
Why, say, fair Queen, whence springs this deep despair?
From such a cause as fills mine eyes with tears, and stops my tongue while heart is drowned in cares.
Whate'er it be thou still like thyself, and sit thee by my side. She sits by him. Yield not thy neck to fortune's yoke, but let thy dauntless mind still ride in triumph over all mischance. Be plain, Queen Margaret, and tell thy grief. It shall be eased if France can yield relief.
Those gracious words revive my drooping thoughts, and give my tongue-tied sorrows leave to speak. Now, therefore, be it known to notable Louis that Henri, sole possessor of my love, is of a king become a banished man, and forced to live in Scotland a forlorn, while proud, ambitious Edward, Duke of York, usurps the regal title and the seat of England's true anointed lawful king. This is the cause that I, poor Margaret, with this my son, Prince Edward, Henri's heir, am come to crave thy just and lawful aid. And if thou fail us, all our hope is done. Scotland hath will to help, but cannot help. Our people and our peers are both misled, our treasures seized, our soldiers put to flight, and as thou seest, ourselves in heavy plight.
Renowned Queen, with patience calm the storm, while we bethink a means to break it off.
The more we stay, the stronger grows our foe.
The more I stay, the more I'll succor thee.
Oh, but impatience waiteth on true sorrow, and see where comes the breeder of my sorrow.
Enter Warwick. What's he approacheth boldly to our presence?
Our Earl of Warwick, Edward's greatest friend.
Welcome, brave Warwick. What brings thee to France? King descends and she arises.
I now begins a second storm to rise, for this is he that moves both wind and tide.
Warwick,
Worthy King Edward, King of Albion, my lord and sovereign, and thy vowed friend, I come in kindness and unfeigned love, first to do greeting to thy royal person, and then to crave a league of amity, and lastly, to confirm that amity with nuptial knot, if thou vouchsafe to grant that virtuous Lady Bona, thy fair sister, to England's king in lawful marriage.
Margaret,
If that, go forward, and Henri's hope is done.
And gracious madam, in our king's behalf, I am commanded, with your leave and favor, humbly to kiss your hand, and with my tongue to tell the passion of my sovereign's heart, where fame, late entering at his heedful ears, hath placed thy beauty's image and thy virtue.
King Louis and Lady Bona, hear me speak. Before you answer Warwick, his demand springs not from Edward's well-meant honest love, but from deceit bred by necessity. For how can tyrants safely govern home, unless abroad they purchase great alliance? To prove him tyrant, this reason may suffice, that Henri liveth still, but were he dead, yet here Prince Edward stands, King Henri's son. Look therefore, Louis, that by this league and marriage thou draw not on thy danger and dishonor, for though usurpers sway the rule awhile, yet heavens are just and time suppresseth wrongs.
Injurious Margaret,
And why not?
because thy father Henry did usurp, and thou no more art prince than she is queen.
Then
Ben,
Warwick disannuls great John of Gaunt, which did subdue the greatest part of Spain, and after John of Gaunt, Henry the Fourth, whose wisdom was a mirror to the wisest, and after that wise prince, Henry the Fifth, who by his prowess conquered all France. From these our Henry lineally descends.
Oxford, how haps it in this smooth discourse you told not how Henry the Sixth hath lost all that which Henry the Fifth had gotten? Methinks these peers of France should smile at that. But for the rest, you tell a pedigree of 62 years, a silly time to make prescription for a kingdom's worth.
Why, Warwick, canst thou speak against thy liege, whom thou obeyed 36 years, and not betray thy treason with a blush?
Can Oxford, that did ever fence the right, now buckler falsehood with a pedigree? For shame, leave Henry and call Edward king.
Call him my king, by whose injurious doom my elder brother, the Lord Aubrey Vere, was done to death, and more than so my father, even in the downfall of his mellowed years, when nature brought him to the door of death. No, Warwick, no. While life upholds this arm upholds the house of Lancaster.
And I, the house of York.
Queen Margaret, Prince Edward and Oxford, vouchsafe at our request to stand aside while I use further conference with Warwick.
Heavens grant that Warwick's words bewitch him not.
Not Warwick. Tell me, even upon thy conscience, is Edward your true king? For I were loath to link with him that were not lawful chosen.
Thereon I pawn my credit and mine honor.
But is he gracious in the people's eye?
The more that Henry was unfortunate.
Then further, all dissembling set aside, tell me for truth the measure of his love unto our sister Bona.
Such it seems as may beseem a monarch like himself. Myself have often heard him say and swear that this his love was an external plant, whereof the root was fixed in virtue's ground, the leaves and fruit maintained with beauty's sun, exempt from envy, but not from disdain, unless the Lady Bona quit his pain.
Now, sister, let us hear your firm resolve.
Your grant or your denial shall be mine. Yet I confess that often ere this day, when I have heard your king's desert recounted, mine ear has tempted judgment to desire.
Then, Warwick, thus our sister shall be Edward's, and now forthwith shall articles be drawn touching the jointure that your king must make, which with her dowry shall be counterpoised. Draw near, Queen Margaret, and be a witness that Bona shall be wife to the English king.
To Edward, but not to the English king.
Deceitful Warwick, it was thy device by this alliance to make void my suit. Before thy coming, Louis was Henri's friend.
And still is friend to him and Margaret. But if your title to the crown by weak as may appear in Edward's good success, then 'tis but reason that I be released from giving aid, which late I promised. Yet shall you have all kindness at my hand that your estate requires, and mine can yield.
Henry now lives in Scotland at his ease, for having nothing, nothing can he lose. And as for you yourself, our quondam queen, you have a father able to maintain you, and better 'twere you troubled him than France.
Peace, impudent and shameless Warwick, proud setter up and puller down of kings. I will not hence till with my talk and tears, both full of truth, I make King Louis behold thy sly conveyance, and thy lord's false love. For both of you are birds of self-same feather.
Warwick, this is some post to us or thee. Enter the post.
My Lord Ambassador, these letters are for you, and sent from your brother Marquis Montague. These from our king unto your majesty, and madam, these are for you, from whom I know not.
They all read the letters.
I like it well that our fair queen and mistress smiles at her news while Warwick frowns at.
Edward? Prince Edward?
I'll read
Ken.
it. Oh, is
Ken?
it back?
Yeah. Yes. Let me see.
Page 86, about a third of the way down. Prince
86.
Edward.
Isn't Kitty Prince Edward?
Oh, am I king?
Well,
I'm
that
Prince
was
Edward.
Kitty, yes.
I didn't
Who's
realize that.
Prince Edward?
I'm going to be reading with myself then.
Oh,
Nay,
nay,
Mark
Lewis.
as he were nettled. I hope all's for the best.
Warwick, what are thy news, and yours, fair queen?
Mine such as fill my heart with unhoped joys.
Mine
Mine
full of
sorrow and heart's discontent.
What? Has your queen married the Lady Grey? And now to sooth your forgery and his, sends me a paper to persuade me patience? Is this the alliance that he seeks with France? Dare he presume to scorn us in this manner?
I told your majesty as much before. This proveth Edward's love and Warwick's honesty.
King Louis, I here protest in sight of heaven, and by the hope I have of heavenly bliss, that I am clear from this misdeed of Edward's. No more, my king, for he dishonors me, but most himself, if he could see his shame. Did I forget that by the house of York my father came untimely to his death? Did I let pass the abuse done to my niece? Did I impale him with a regal crown? Did I put Henry from his native right? And am I guerdoned at the last with shame? Shame on myself, for my desert is honor, and to repair my honor lost for him, I here renounce him and return to Henry. My noble queen, let former grudges pass, and henceforth I am thy true servitor. I will revenge his wrong to Lady Bona and replant Henry in his former state.
Warwick, these words have turned my hate to love, and I forgive and quite forget old faults. Enjoy that thou becomest King Henry's friend.
So much his friend, I, his unfeigned friend, that if King Louis vouchsafe to furnish us with some few bands of chosen soldiers, I'll undertake to land them on our coast and force the tyrant from his seat by war. 'Tis not his new-made bride shall succor him. And as for Clarence, as my letters tell me, he's very likely now to fall from him, for matching more for wanton lust than honor, or than for strength and safety of our country.
Dear brother, how shall Bona be revenged but by thy help to this distressed queen?
Most renowned prince, how shall poor Henri live, unless thou rescue him from foul despair?
My quarrel and this English queen's are one.
And mine, fair Lady Bona, joins with yours.
And mine with hers. I lost the place. Fair Lady Bona, no. And mine with hers and thine and Margaret's, and therefore at last I firmly am resolved you shall have aid.
Let me give humble thanks for all at once.
Then England's messenger return in post and tell false Edward, thy supposed king, that Louis of France is sending over maskers to revel it with him and his new bride. Thou seest what's past. Go fear thy king withal.
Tell him, in hopes he'll prove a widower shortly, I wear the willow garland for his sake.
Tell him my mourning weeds are laid aside, and I am ready to put armor on.
Tell him from me that he hath done me wrong, and therefore I'll uncrown him ere it be long. There is thy reward. Be gone.
And exit. But Warwick, thou and Oxford with 5,000 men shall cross the seas and bid false Edward battle. And as occasion serves, his noble queen and prince shall follow with a fresh supply. Yet, ere thou go, but answer me one doubt. What pledge have we of thy firm loyalty?
This shall assure my constant loyalty, that if our queen and this young prince agree, I'll join mine eldest daughter and my joy to him forthwith in holy wedlock bands.
Yes, I agree, and thank you for your motion. Son Edward, she is fair and virtuous, therefore delay not. Give thy hand to Warwick, and with thy hand thy faith irrevocable, that only Warwick's daughter shall be thine.
Prince Edward?
Yes, I accept her, for she well deserves it, and here to pledge my vow I give my hand.
He gives his hand to Warwick. Why stay we now? These soldiers shall be levied, and thou, Lord Bourbon, our high admiral, shall waft them over with our royal fleet. I long till Edward fall by war's mischance for mocking marriage with a dame of France. And the exit, leaving only Warwick.
I came from Edward as ambassador, but I return his sworn and mortal foe. Matter of marriage was the charge he gave me, but dreadful war shall answer his demand. Had he none else to make a scale but me? Then none but I shall turn his jest to sorrow. I was the chief that raised him to the crown, and I'll be chief to bring him down again. Not that I pity Henry's misery, but seek revenge on Edward's mockery.
And he exits. We're about to enter Act 4. Should we take a break there, Paul?
Yes, please.
Yes, I could do with a break. I'm getting a bit frazzled here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have a 5-minute break. We're now.
Order.
I'm at the wrong time, and I have no idea what we
Oh,
are.
I was maybe going to get back on. After
Yeah,
you
well,
I was able to get back on after a time lapse.
Yeah, you were good. You're fine, Kitty. You're doing great.
yeah,
we'll be
sorry
back
about
in-
that.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes, which is at whatever it is, the hour you happen to be at. I'm a different one. At
I think
20 till.
I think I may need a little more than 5 minutes.
Okay, let's take a 10, and we'll be back at the quarter at the 3/4 hour. Okay.
Okay, at 3:45 for those of us on the East Coast.
And it's
Yeah.
whatever it is to me.
Okay, well, I mean, now that we've got the live streaming going and it's working, I'm just going to keep it going for now, since we have had some challenges today.
Yeah, it's been fun. Actually, there's another pronunciation thing that always used to get to me, Paul, when it says, for example, like apostrophe st. There's a lot of people who say likest, and it's not. It's likest.
Right. Yes, that's a good one. And I mean, that is, I mean, because the thing is that there are a lot of these things, it can be different ways depending on how the verse works.
That's
But
right.
yeah, it's usually likest instead of likest.
Yeah,
So,
but a lot of people do it, make it all likest, and they're not listening to the pentameter. Because if you throw in that extra syllable, it screws it.
mhm. Yeah. Well, I mean, there is, yeah, and that is also one of the things that a lot of times people just think renowned or renowned, that it's in Shakespeare, it should always be renowned. And it
Yeah.
depends. If you need 3 syllables, it's renowned. If you need
That's
2,
right,
it's
yeah.
renowned.
It requires that you're actually, the problem is it requires that you're actually a beat ahead of where you're reading, so that you're feeling always the 5 beats.
Yeah. Well, and it also doesn't sort of deal with the fact that even when he writes in iambic pentameter, it is not always perfect iambic pentameter.
No.
You know, I mean, and a lot of times, one of the things that I'll find with Shakespeare, as opposed to other Elizabethan writers, is that he will sort of break rhythm, especially in like his later plays. For example, Leontes in The Winter's Tale, that his rhythm, it breaks the iambic pentameter because he's stirred up and not in sync, you know, and so that is also something else to play with. But it's challenging. You don't have time to look at it before when you're reading it instant.
That's right. But he does it for a reason. He always does. I got to take a break for a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I will keep on talking just because hopefully this we won't have to lose the live stream again. I don't know what happens. I'm doing this on my phone, so I may hit something that causes it to quit, despite the fact that I don't want it to do that. That's why this recording this is our third part of our YouTube of the third part of Henry VI. And as you see, we're just basically at the around a little further than the halfway point. But that's what we do. We do all of the plays every year, you know, and sometimes, especially with other ones such as these, where we're less familiar, that you know, it's not perfect, but it is just great to be exposed to the language, to get a chance to share the language, and that's why we do it.
Paul,
Yeah.
is there an opportunity to edit any of the pauses?
No, these are live streams. I don't go
Oh,
back.
right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Let me ask, have you done Henry V yet?
Not this year.
Okay. Are we doing it later this year?
Oh yeah, we do all of them every year.
Okay.
So I don't have the schedule all memorized, but I have sort of
That's okay.
scheduled
Yeah,
things.
thanks. I just want an opportunity to play Falstaff in something if there's a chance.
Okay. We've already done Merry Wives this year, but we will do. I don't know I can't recall what the
That's
schedule is.
okay. I don't want to put you on the spot. That's something I would want to play. So
Yeah,
just checking.
yeah, absolutely. Yes, we do. What we have coming up next week is actually going to be an in-person reading, so there won't be any Zoom at the Bloomingdale Library on the 20th of Midsummer Night's Dream that Frank Farrell is playmastering, and I think he's pretty much got it all cast. And then the Saturday after that, we will be on Zoom again for Romeo and Juliet. And I've got some people for it, but there are still roles available in that, and you know, roles available for most of the readings.
Yeah.
So just let me know. Our email.
Sure, I will. I will as you post the updates. I'm leaving on Monday for Ireland, and then we're going to England. At the Globe, we're going to see Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, wow. Are you? Oh, good luck. Oh, good luck. It's the Globe's going crazy these days.
In what sense?
They're doing very strange productions.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm afraid as far as I'm concerned, all you got to do is say the words. You don't have to tart it up.
Yeah,
you don't have
I understand.
To do crazy things.
Well, we got a younger.
It's great to actually be in the Globe.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there once before. I saw Romeo and Juliet in received pronunciation.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Have you been to the Sam Wanamaker Theatre yet?
Yeah, that's the one we're going to.
Oh, you're going to the Sam Wanamaker. Oh, isn't
that the same as the Globe, or do they have a second? The interior.
They built in what was it? 1610, 1611, they took a 20-year lease on the Blackfriars.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
that's for indoor.
They've built an indoor theater, which is all lit by candles.
Oh, very cool.
Absolutely fabulous.
We'll have to try to book that one the next time.
Yeah, you should, because it's quite an experience.
Yeah, I forgot about the one they had indoors. But I'm just blown away by the proximity of the audience to the performers. And for anybody that's seen the Hamnet movie, it really, you could see how close up everybody is. You're right there in the middle.
Well, the other one to look at is Shakespeare in Love.
I love that. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Tom
because you
Stoppard.
really are sitting there, standing there in the front. I took my grandson to see. Oh, they were doing some sort of Christmas show, and I took him there, and we were right in the front row.
Oh boy.
And it was great.
Yeah. I'm 74 and standing for 2 hours or 3 hours is not my,
It's not too bad. I'm
really?
78 and
Yeah.
I was 76 and I took my grandson, and we were all right,
Okay.
He's autistic, so I was more worried about him
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
out because he doesn't handle people closing in on
Sure.
him.
Yeah.
But
that's the
no,
thing with me. It's same with like a concert situation. I'd rather have a seat than be in the
yeah,
crush of people. But I
yeah.
I acknowledge the energy and the excitement of being right there at the front.
Oh yeah, it's great. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, I've done that in the past, but I feel my days of being in the pit
Yeah,
are
yeah.
mostly over. If I'm on the stage, that's a different thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you
But
going to do anything else in London when you're over?
I think that's the only thing we'll have time for. I'm going to Ireland for the McGrath Clan International reunion, and we're meeting in we've met in the past in the South, and our clan broke into two parts,
Okay.
and this time we're meeting in the North in a
Okay.
place called Enniskillen.
Oh yeah,
So,
where the Fusiliers come from.
oh, okay.
There's a song, the
Um,
Enniskillen Fusiliers.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we should be back. Is everybody back? I think we all are.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to get my script
Turn on
back
your
on.
cameras if you got them.
Okay. Everybody around and back?
No.
You're still tied up. Okay,
I'm
we'll
here.
wait for a second, Eleanor, no problem. So we're going to wait for Eleanor. We're going to be starting at the bottom of page 90, top of page 91 with Act 4, Scene 1. And we're going to need Richard, Clarence, Somerset, and Montague. Oh, Clarence is me. Oh, God.
We're glad you're here.
I need to look at these things. Well, Paul keeps asking me, is there any part I want to play? And I say, nah, just put me in as to what you need being read. And I get these great long lists of characters. And I have to find them in the script.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot in live performances. I get 4 or 5 different parts, so I'm always changing costumes and rushing in from somewhere.
I once got caught because I was tied up doing my finals at uni, and the local company I worked with, and I said, no, I can't really do it. They said, oh, you don't have any lines. And I thought, oh, that's okay. And it turned out I was playing the butler who was in every 5 minutes bringing in props.
Yeah,
Thought,
I've
I'll
done
stick
ones
with
like that.
lines. I'll
Yeah.
stick with lines.
They ring the bell and you come in.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
You back, Eleanor?
almost.
Okay, no problem. Everybody else is standing by, I see. Good, good, good. Kitty's not. Oh, Kitty's here.
I'm here.
Yep, you're here. Jennifer's here. Ken's here. Kevin. We're just waiting for. Are you back?
Almost. You'll
Good, good, good.
you'll see I'm back when you see I'm back.
Okay, right you are. We'll wait till your delightful face
Right.
appears.
I'm so glad that I was able to hold out until intermission.
Oh, good. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
When it hits, it hits. There's nothing you can do about it.
I prefer going without intermission breaks, except when
Yep.
needs must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh,
what the
yeah.
intermissions are for.
Exactly.
What page are we on?
We're going to start with Act 4, Scene 1, which begins at the very bottom of page 90, and the text actually begins
it.
on
Thank you.
top of page 91.
Yep. Now tell me.
And we'll just hang on a second for. Oh, Eleanor is back. All right, everybody, we're all back. We're ready to begin Act 4, Scene 1. Enter Richard, Clarence, Somerset, and Montague.
Now tell me, brother Clarence, what thinkst thou of this new marriage with Lady Grey? Hath not our brother made a worthy choice?
Alas, you know, 'tis far from hence to France. How could he stay till Warwick made return? Oh, don't tell me I'm Somerset as well.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
My lords, forbear this talk. Here comes the king.
A flourish. Enter King Edward, Lady Grey, Pembroke, Stafford, Hastings. 4 stand on one side and 4 on the other.
And his well-chosen bride.
I mind to tell him plainly what I think.
Now, brother of Clarence, how like you our choice, and you stand pensive as half malcontent?
As well as Louis of France or the Earl of Warwick, which are so weak of courage and in judgment that they take no offence at our abuse.
Suppose they take offence without a cause. They are but Lewis and Warwick. I am Edward, your king and Warwick's, and must have my will.
You shall have your will, because our king yet haste marriage seldom proveth well.
Yea, brother Richard, are you offended too?
Not I, no. God forbid that I should wish them severed. God, whom God hath joined together, and I were petty to sunder them that yoke so well together.
Setting your scorns and your mislike aside, tell me some reason why the Lady Grey should not become my wife and England's queen. And you too, Somerset and Montague, speak freely what you think.
Then this is mine opinion, that King Louis becomes your enemy for mocking him about the marriage of the Lady Bona.
And Warwick, doing what you gave him charge, is now dishonored by this new marriage.
What if both Lewis and Warwick be appeased by such invention as I can devise?
Yet to have joined with France in such alliance would more have strengthened this our commonwealth against foreign storms than any homebred marriage.
Why knows not Montague that of itself England is safe, if true within itself?
But the safer one is backed with France.
It's better using France than trusting France. Let us be backed with God and with the seas, which he hath given for fence impregnable, and with their helps only defend ourselves. In them and in ourselves our safety lies. For this one speech Lord Hastings well deserves to have the ear of the Lord Hungerford.
Ay, what of that? It was my will and grant, and for this once my will shall stand for law.
And yet methinks your grace has not done well to give the heir and daughter of Lord Scales unto the brother of your loving bride. See, better would have fitted me or Clarence, but your bride you bury brotherhood.
Or else you would not have bestowed the heir of the Lord Bonville on your new wife's son, and leave your brothers to go speed elsewhere.
Alas, poor Clarence, is it for a wife that thou art malcontent? I will provide thee.
In choosing for yourself you showed your judgment, which being shallow, you shall give me leave to play the broker in mine own behalf, and to that end I shortly mind to leave you.
Leave me or tarry, Edward will be king, and not be tied unto his brother's will.
My lords, before it pleased his majesty to raise my state to title of a queen, do me but right, and you all must all confess that I was not ignoble of descent, and meaner than myself have had like fortune. But as this title honors me and mine, so your dislikes, to whom I would be pleasing, doth cloud my joys with danger and with sorrow.
My love forbear to fawn upon their frowns. What danger or what sorrow can befall thee, so long as Edward is thy constant friend, and their true sovereign, whom they must obey? Nay, whom they shall obey, and love thee too, unless they seek for hatred at my hands, which if they do, yet will I keep thee safe, and they shall feel the vengeance of my wrath.
I hear, yet not say much, but think the more.
Enter a post.
Now, messenger, what letters or what news from France?
My sovereign liege, no letters and few words, but such as I, without your special pardon, dare not relate.
Go to, we pardon thee. Therefore, in brief, tell me their words as near as thou canst guess them. What answer makes King Louis unto our letters?
At my depart, these were his very words. Go tell false Edward, the supposed king, that Louis of France is sending over maskers to revel it with him and his new bride.
Is Louis so brave? Belike he thinks me Henry. But what said Lady Bona to my marriage?
These were her words, uttered with mild disdain. Tell him, in hopes he'll prove a widower shortly, I'll wear the willow garland for his sake.
I blame not her. She could say little less. She had the wrong. But what said Henry's queen? For I have heard that she was there in place.
Tell him, quoth she, my mourning weeds are done, and I am ready to put armor on.
Belike she minds to play the Amazon. But what said Warwick to these injuries?
He, more incensed against your majesty than the rest, discharged me with these words. Tell him from me that he hath done me wrong, and therefore I'll uncrown him ere it be long.
Ah? Durst the traitor breathe out so proud words? Well, I will arm me, being thus forewarned. They shall have wars, and pay for their presumption. But say, is Warwick friends with Margaret?
Aye, gracious sovereign, they are so linked in friendship that young Edward marries Warwick's daughter.
Belike the elder Clarence will have the younger. Now, brother king, farewell, and sit you fast, for I will hence to Warwick's other daughter, that though I want a kingdom, yet in marriage I may not prove inferior to yourself. You that love me and Warwick, follow me. Clarence exit, and Somerset follows.
My thoughts aim at a further matter. I stay not for the love of Edward, but for the crown.
Clarence and Somerset both gone to Warwick. Yet am I armed against the worst can happen, and haste is needful in this desperate case. Pembroke and Stafford, you in our behalf, go levy men and make prepare for war. They are already or quickly will be landed. Myself in person will straight follow you. But ere I
Pembroke and
go,
Stafford leave.
Hastings and Montague resolve my doubt. You twain of all the rest are near to Warwick, by blood and by alliance. Tell me if you love Warwick more than me. If it be so, then both depart to him. I rather wish you foes than hollow friends. But if you mind to hold your true obedience, give me assurance with some friendly vow that I may never have you in suspect.
Montague.
So God help Montague as he proves true.
And Hastings, as he favours Edward's cause.
Now, Brother Richard, will you stand by us?
Aye, in despite of all that shall withstand you.
Why, so then am I sure of victory. Now therefore let us hence and lose no hour, till we meet Warwick with his foreign power.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 2. Enter Warwick and Oxford in England with French soldiers.
Trust me, my lord, all hitherto goes well. The common people by numbers swarm to us. But see,
Enter
where
Clarence and Somerset.
comes. Speak suddenly, my lords, are we all friends?
Fear not that, my lord.
Then, gentle Clarence, welcome unto Warwick, and welcome, Somerset. I hold it cowardice to rest mistrustful, where a noble heart hath pawned an open hand in sign of love. Else might I think that Clarence, Edward's brother, were but a feigned friend to our proceedings. But welcome, sweet Clarence, my daughter shall be thine. And now, what rests? But a knight's coverture, thy brother being carelessly encamped, his soldiers lurking in the town about, and but attended by a simple guard, we may surprise and take him at our pleasure. Our Scots have found the adventure very easy, that as Ulysses and stout Diomede with sleight and manhood stole to Rhesus' tents, and brought from thence the Thracian fatal steeds, so we, well covered with the knight's black mantle, at unawares may beat down Edward's guard and seize himself. I say not slaughter him, for I intend but only to surprise him. You that will follow me to this attempt, applaud the name of Henry with your leader.
Henry, Henry, Henry.
Why then, let's on our way in silent sort. For Warwick and his friends, God and St. George.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 3. Enter 3 watchmen to guard the king's tent. Come on, my masters. Each man take his stand. The king by this is set him down to sleep. What, will he be not to bed? Why, no, for he hath made a solemn vow never to lie and take his natural rest till Warwick or himself be quite suppressed. Tomorrow, then, belike, shall be the day, if Warwick be so near as men report.
But say, I pray, what nobleman is that with the king here resteth in his tent?
'Tis the Lord Hastings, the king's chiefest friend.
Oh, is it so? But why commands the king that his chief followers lodge in towns about him, while he himself keeps in the cold field?
'Tis the more honour, because the more dangerous.
Aye, but give me worship and quietness. I like it better than a dangerous hour. If Warwick knew in what estate he stands, 'tis to be doubted if he would waken him.
Unless our halberds did shut up his passage. Oh my, wherefore else guard we his royal tent, but to defend his person from night foes? Enter Warwick, Clarence, Oxford, Somerset, and French soldiers, silent all.
This is his tent, and see where stand his guard. Courage, my masters, honor now or never, but follow me, and Edward shall be ours.
Who goes there? Stay, or thou diest. Warwick and all the rest cry all. Warwick,
Warwick!
Warwick, and set upon the guard who fly, crying, arm, arm. Warwick and the rest follow them. The drum playing and trumpet sounding, enter Warwick, Somerset, and the rest, bringing the king out in his gown, sitting in a chair. Richard and Hastings fly over the stage.
What are they that fly there?
Richard and Hastings, let them go. Here is the Duke.
The Duke? Why, Warwick, when we parted, thou calledst me king.
Aye, but the case is altered. When you disgraced me in my embassade, when I degraded you from being, then I degraded you from being king, and come now to create you Duke of York. Alas, how should you govern any kingdom that know not how to use ambassadors, nor how to be contented with one wife, nor how to use your brothers brotherly, nor how to study for the people's welfare, nor how to shroud yourself from enemies?
Yea, brother of Clarence, art thou here too? Nay, then I see that Edward needs must down. Yet, Warwick, in despite of all mischance of thee, thyself, and all thy accomplices, Edward will always bear himself as king. Though fortune's malice overthrow my state, my mind exceeds the compass of her wheel.
Then for his mind be Edward England's king. Takes off his crown. But Henry now shall wear the English crown and be true king indeed, thou but the shadow. My lord of Somerset, at my request, see that forthwith Duke Edward be conveyed unto my brother Archbishop of York. When I have fought with Pembroke and his fellows, I'll follow you and tell what answer Lewis and the Lady Bona send him. Now for a while, farewell, good Duke of York.
What fates impose that men must needs abide, it boots not to resist both wind and tide.
What now remains, my lords, for us to do but march to London with our soldiers?
Aye, that's the first thing that we have to do, to free King Henry from imprisonment and see him seated in the regal throne. Oh,
You're muted, Angie.
Enter Rivers and Lady Grey, Act 4, Scene 4. Rivers. Madam, what makes you in this sudden change? Lady Grey. Lady Grey, that's Eleanor.
Eleanor?
Eleanor,
Yes,
you're
sorry, what page?
page 103. Enter Rivers and Lady Grey at the very bottom. I'll give you your cue again. Madam, what makes you in this sudden change?
Wait, what page again?
103, very bottom, Act 4, Scene 4. Madam, what makes you in this sudden change?
Why, Brother Rivers, are you yet to learn what late misfortune has befallen King Edward?
What loss of some pitched battle against Warwick?
No, but the loss of his own royal person.
Then is my sovereign slain?
I almost slain, for he is taken prisoner, either betrayed by falsehood of his guard, or by his foes surprised at unawares. And as I further have to understand, is new committed to the Bishop of York, fell Warwick's brother, and by that our foe.
These news, I must confess, are full of grief. Yet, gracious madam, bear it as you may, Warwick may lose, that now hath won the day.
Till then, fair hope must hinder lives' decay, and I the rather wane me from despair for love of Edward's offspring in my womb. This is it that makes me bridle passion and bear with mildness my misfortune's cross. I, for this I draw in many a tear and stop the rising of blood-sucking sighs, lest with my sight of tears I blast or drown King Edward's fruit. true heir to the English crown.
But, madam, where is Warwick then become?
I am informed that he comes towards London to set the crown once more on Henry's head. Guess thou the rest. King Edward's friends must down. But to prevent the tyrant's violence, for trust not him that hath once broke faith, I'll hence forthwith unto the sanctuary, to save at least the heir of Edward's right. There shall I rest secure from force and fraud. Come therefore, let us fly while we may fly. If Warwick take us, we are sure to die.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 5. Enter Richard, Lord Hastings, and Sir William Stanley.
Now, my Lord Hastings and Sir William Stanley, leave off to wonder why I drew you hither, into this chiefest thicket of the park. Thus stands the case. You know our king, my brother, is prisoner to the bishop here, at whose hands he hath good usage and great liberty, and often but amended with wreak guard, come hunting this way to disport himself. I have advertised him by secret means that if about this hour he make this way, under the color of his usual game, he shall here find his friends with horse and men to set him free from his captivity.
Enter King Edward and a huntsman with him. This way, my
This
lord.
way, my lord. The game.
Nay, this way, man. See where the huntsmen stand. Now, brother of Gloucester, Lord Hastings and the rest, stand you thus close to steal the bishop's deer?
Brother, the time and case requireth haste. Your horse stands ready at the park corner.
But whither shall we then?
To Lynn, my lord, and ship from thence to Flanders.
Well, guest, believe me.
Well,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, guest, believe me, for that was my meaning.
Stanley, I will requite thy forwardness.
But wherefore stay we? 'Tis no time to talk.
Huntsman, what sayest thou? Wilt thou go along?
Better do so than tarry and be hanged.
Come then away, let's no more ado.
Bishop, farewell. Shield thee from Warwick's frown, and pray that I may repossess the crown.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 6. A flourish. Enter King Henry VI, with Clarence, Warwick, Somerset, young Henry, Oxford, Montague, and a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, now that God and friends have shaken Edward from the royal regal seat and turned my captive state to liberty, my fear to hope, my sorrows unto joys, at our enlargement, what are thy due fees?
Subjects may challenge nothing of their sovereigns, but if an humble prayer may prevail, I then crave pardon of your majesty.
For what, lieutenant? For well using me? Nay, be thou sure I'll well requite thy kindness, for that it made my imprisonment a pleasure. Aye, such a pleasure as encaged birds conceive, when after many moody thoughts, at last, by notes of household harmony, they quite forget the loss of liberty. But Warwick, after God, thou setst me free, and chiefly therefore, I thank God, and thee, he was the author, thou the instrument. Therefore, that I may conquer fortune's spite by living low where fortune cannot hurt me, and that the people of this blessed land may not be punished with my thwarting stars, Warwick, although my head still wear the crown, I here resign my government to thee, but thou art fortunate in all thy deeds.
Your grace hath still been famed for virtuous, and now may seem as wise as virtuous, by spying and avoiding fortune's malice. For few men rightly temper with the stars. Yet in this one thing let me blame your grace for choosing me when Clarence is in place.
No, Warwick, thou art worthy of the way to whom the heaven in thy nativity adjudged an olive branch and laurel crown as likely to be blessed in peace and war, and therefore I yield thee my free consent.
And I choose Clarence only for protector.
Warwick and Clarence, give me both your hands. Now join your hands, and with your hands your hearts, that no dissension hinder government. I make you both protectors of this land, while I myself will lead a private life, and in devotion spend my later days to sin's rebuke and my Creator's praise.
What answers Clarence to his sovereign's will?
That he consents. If Warwick yield consent, for on thy fortune I repose myself.
Why then, though loath, yet must I be content. We'll yoke together like a double shadow to Henry's body and supply his place. I mean in bearing weight of government, while he enjoys the honor and his ease. And Clarence, now then it is more than needful, forthwith that Edward be pronounced a traitor, and all his lands and goods confiscate.
What else? And that succession be determined?
Aye, Baron Clarence shall not want his part.
But with the first of all your chief affairs, let me entreat, for I command no more, that Margaret your queen and my son Edward be sent for to return from France with speed. For till I see them, by doubtful fear, my joy of liberty is half eclipsed.
It shall be done, my sovereign, with all speed.
My lord of Somerset, what youth is that of whom you seem to have so tender care?
My liege, it is young Henry, Earl of Richmond.
Come hither, England's hope.
And he lays his hand upon his head.
If secret power suggests but truth to my divining thoughts, this pretty lad will prove our country's bliss. His looks are full of peaceful majesty, his head by nature